Hey there, Fletcher from All Things Overlanding here. Today I'm talking about the all-new LinkPower 2 from PeakDo. If you are not familiar with what this is a portable battery that basically clicks into a Starlink Mini. So if you have a Starlink Mini and you're looking for a way to power it with dedicated power, which is really, really nice, you don't have to have a second like power bank or 12-volt battery or anything like that. But again, today I'm going to talk you through this thing, talk a little bit about capacity, show you the differences between this and the old LinkPower 1, because they did make some upgrades to it, like these heat sinks on the bottom. So again, I'm going to touch on all that stuff and give you all the info as to whether this makes sense for your Starlink Mini. So if you want to learn more about the PeakDo LinkPower 2 battery for your Starlink Mini, stay tuned.
Understand where it came from, but you got it, my got it. It began in the land of the sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip.
All right, guys, so as I mentioned today, I'm going to touch a little bit on this PeakDo LinkPower 2. Now, I've had the original LinkPower 1, and it has been awesome for a number of reasons. And this thing shares all the same features of that thing. So let me start with talking a little bit about what these things are and what they do. So basically, again, if you have a Starlink Mini, and you're like me, I've had to take different power banks. I've got a dual battery system. I've got all this complexity, right? And I've got to bring all these things. And then you got to be ready to plug this thing in. And then you got to get it calibrated with your Starlink. And you got to do all this stuff, right? And so I honestly don't use my Starlink very much because it's kind of a pain in the butt. Like, it just gets exhausting to have to think about all this stuff. And I'm also not in the West. So I have tree cover and things like that. So calibrating it can be pretty tricky. What these things do that makes it really, really nice is, I recently went on a trip and I was under these trees and I just could not get reception at all with my Starlink. I threw this thing on the original PeakDo LinkPower 1, and I moved it out into a field about 30 feet away from where I was camping on a tripod. And these things have a 1/4-20 on the bottom of them here, so you can just screw them right onto any standard sort of tripod. And I put this thing out in the field. And then that gives you about, usually with the Starlink, you can be within about 40, 50 feet of it and still have internet. So I put that out in the field, and then I was sitting in my camping chair by the fire, and this thing just ran, no cords. I didn't have to carry a big heavy power bank out there or anything like that. Because this thing was dedicated, I threw it out there, used it for a few hours, got my work done that I needed to get done, and it was awesome. Now, on top of it just being portable and making your Starlink way easier to use and way less complex, it also has the nice feature of being an uninterrupted power source. So because this thing is basically connected to your Starlink, you can plug a USB-C into the front here. But while you're doing that, it's using this battery. It will take a charge while it's outputting the power to the Starlink. And as you know, the Starlink is basically a router, right? So when you have a router, if you interrupt the power, if you have to, plug in a new cord or plug it into a new power bank, every time you do that, then you got to recalibrate, you got to wait for it to optimize, wait for it to connect. You're going to lose your internet connection. It's just not ideal. But with these PeakDo batteries, they operate until they run out of juice. They keep running the thing, even if you stop to plug it in. So what I would do is I would run it for a while and then I would charge it overnight. Or if I got it so low, there was one day where I had to work all day long on my Starlink and I got, 3-4 hours into it, and this thing was down to like 15-20%. I was like, uh-oh. So then I brought a power bank over to it and I plugged in the power bank via USB-C to this, and it just kept my Starlink going. It never shut down. I never had to recalibrate it or do anything different with it. And I was able to charge this back up while I was using it and keep it running for longer and extend the life of the battery, which is really, really cool. But again, just to have it where you could get 4 or 5 hours out of it is really, really nice already. So that is one of the biggest differences between the first gen and the second gen, is that on the first gen, you could only get about 4 hours. These are both 99 watt-hour batteries, but again, just something about the efficiency, the way that it worked, it just wasn't as efficient, so you could only get about 4 hours. Now on the new one, they claim 5 hours, so it's a nice little bump over the old ones. Now on top of that, another thing that was kind of a problem with the old ones is it was an all plastic body. So, all batteries obviously are susceptible to really cold or really hot heat. So you don't want a battery getting super hot or super cold. With the new one, they've put these aluminum heat sinks on the bottom of it that help with dissipating that heat so that it can run more efficiently, which is probably what contributes to that 5-hour runtime instead of 4 hours. And it also makes it better for warmer climates. So if you are out west, if you're in the desert, if you're in, Colorado or something and you're in the heat, then this thing is going to run more efficiently than the old version and makes a ton of sense. As I mentioned, this thing does have a 1/4-20 on the bottom of it, which makes it really easy. You basically basically click this into the bottom of your Starlink Mini, and then it clicks right into place. But one of the coolest things about this new version is that on the bottom here, they put a little port. And this is actually a quick release magnetic fast charger. And it comes with this cable. Now what this does is, again, you would plug in your stock cable from your Starlink, and then you have this, so that if this thing gets bumped or if it falls over or something like that, you don't have to worry about jacking up the port. Like if you mess up the port on this thing, then it's pretty much done. But because this thing is magnetic, it's just going to pop right off. So basically you can just quickly connect this thing via magnets. It pops right on. But then again, if you bump it or something happens, it's just going to fall off. It's not going to hurt anything. You're not going to rip this cord out of the battery. So it just gives you a quicker way to charge the thing, makes it a lot easier to connect. Anyways, those are the changes. So again, not dramatic, not anything crazy. It's not like you're getting double the capacity or anything, but you are getting a 25% increase in usage from this thing. You're getting better heat dissipation. You still have the quarter 20. All the same features exist on it. It's still operates the same way, but then you also get this magnetic quick charging option so that you have a little bit more protection. You don't have to worry as much about messing up your ports if something were to happen. And it just makes it way easier and quicker to pop this magnetic charging cable on versus plugging in the old hard mounted one. All right, guys, so as you saw, this is the LinkPower 2 from PeakDo. This thing is really, really cool. If you have not bought one of these before, there are some obvious improvements on this over the first one. If you already have a PeakDo LinkPower 1, then I'd probably just keep it. Like, to me, the improvements are nice, but they're definitely not a big deal to make me want to swap out from my old one. It's basically the same size battery. It is a little bit more efficient, so you go from about 4 hours of constant use to about 5, so they have done some nice things there. And then that magnetic cable is really nice too. So again, unless that really makes a big difference for you in your setup, pretty comparable to the first one with some nice improvements. However, if you don't have either of these, I would definitely recommend getting this one over the old one just because of those benefits, because of the better heat dissipation, the longer runtime, the magnetic cable is really, really nice. But again, they're very, very similar, right? Same form factor, just a few differences, but a very nice upgrades though to it. But again, this thing is just so nice and small. When you put it on your Starlink, you can barely even tell that it's there. The fact that it has a quarter 20 on the bottom of it and you can mount it to a tripod, that's been what I've been doing with it. Makes it really, really nice. So again, hopefully that was helpful info for you. If it was, click that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to click the subscribe button, click the bell to be notified when new videos drop. I do a couple every week, so there's tons of content on this channel about overlanding, camping, gear, that sort of thing. I do a podcast every couple weeks about general overlanding stuff, so if that sounds good, make sure to subscribe. Also below this video is a join button, and that's just kind of a passive way to support the channel that also gets you early access to the videos and the podcast. So if that sounds good, check that out. But if you want to be more involved with all things overlanding, there's also a link to my Patreon page, which is awesome. We have a 24/7 Discord where we all kind of chat all day, every day, share memes and stuff. We do a Zoom call once a month, and we're getting together a couple times a year to camp. So if that sounds good, if you want kind of a built-in group of friends to get to know some people that are really, really cool people, the Patreon may be a good place for you, and we'd love to have you. Then there's also a link to my website where I've got funny overlanding camping themed patches and stickers, things like "Don't burn your wiener" and "It's a hot dog," or "I hate people so I camp." So if those sound good or you want to check out all of them because I have a bunch of designs, definitely check that link out. And then last but not least, there's a link to the Newbie Overlanders Facebook group. Now, this group is totally free to join, 30,000 members at the time I'm recording this, and it's growing every day. But different from the big groups, there's no bullying or anything like that, not a ton of self-promotion. So we try and keep it pretty clean in there. And if you like to help people or if you're looking to learn about overlanding, that would be a great place for you, and we'd love to have you. But again, I hope that was helpful. On the PeakDo LinkPower 2, there will be a link in the description down below if you want to pick one up for yourself or click through to learn more about it. So definitely check that out. But again, that'll do it for this thing, and we'll see you next time.